Yo, 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 yo. Oh, God. Come on. Okay. Yo, 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 yo. What is going on, interwebs? Welcome to the Out of Order show. My name, as always, is Michael, aka the local boy, aka I gotta move off Elgato, man. This is like the third time I've started a stream where Elgato just doesn't load properly, and everything was just silent. And yeah, so I think my vow is when I get back from Evo, I'm gonna like read a bunch of tutorials and learn how to do all this. And yeah, because this is just, I really wish I had, honestly, I wish I had the duo instead of the whatchamacallit. What did I have? I had the I have the Rodecaster Pro 2, but the Duo is like smaller, and so that's what I'm like, oh, I should have probably gotten like the Rodecaster Duo instead of the Pro 2. Oh my god. Oh jeez. But having like the 6 additional faders and like the knobs and buttons and everything, that seems pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna have to find space for it in my already cramped environment that I have here already. So yeah, it's for now, and I say this, but you know, I'll eventually be like, oh no, it's too hard. It's too hard. I can't go back, or I can't advance. I'm like, this isn't like my job, so like streaming should just be easy, and all these things that are like just happening is like minor. It's like minor anyways, so I should just deal with it and suck it up. But yeah, it is what it is. Whew. Trying to like clear my throat. I had like a bit of a coughing fit earlier today, and I thought I was over like my my like a respiratory illness, but it feels like it just kind of comes and goes now, and so it's just like really bad. Sorry, I got distracted. Anyways. What? Who the fuck is... What? Okay. Right. Sorry, I just saw something that was like disturbing online, and I'm like, okay, cool, I guess. Not really, but whatever. Hi. How's everything? Everything going good? Everything? I'm wearing like my other tank top because it's hot, and I don't want to wear the black one. Although I know this is gonna fuck with it's my Guardian of the Galaxy tank top. And yeah, I know this makes me look even extra fat, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Oh, I wanted to show off what I got the other day. Actually, today? No, Monday. So, because today's the 22nd. So I got this yesterday. So I'm not the biggest fan of... I think VTubing is, like, I've come around to VTubers. At first I thought it was weird, and then I got a little like, well, look at them, they could just be all cute and sexy and shit, and that's just like demeaning, even more demeaning. But then I'm like, wait a minute, like girls, there's like literally other girl, I saw like this clip of like Cinderella Cutie being like why would you watch me cook when you could clearly watch this girl cook? And it's just like, yeah, I mean, that's like the easy grab, right? But there's like a level of like, I had to break through the animosity of like VTubers, and I was like, oh, there's some really funny, talented like people out there who are VTubers that I would just like just to hang out and just chill. If they're background noise or if I actually engage in their community, that sort of thing. So I've come around to them. They're not a blight on Twitch or humanity. Although, there's a lot of people who are hurting right now because certain people took advantage of VTubers. If you haven't heard the news about VShojo, and which I get, I understand. I get where this comes from. It comes from the fact that like idol culture is a thing, but idol culture only works in small segmented niche groups, and for the West to adopt that model doesn't really work. Like obviously there's like a sort of niche, like in the aughts, in the 2000s, right? You had the rise of the boy bands and like Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera and like 90 Degrees, and like all that was being fostered and controlled, but that was like networks and big like big music industry titans and collaboration and stuff like that. Like that was like a big model. Like creating a pop star, that's why they're called industry plants. Creating a pop star, I wouldn't say it's easy, but it is functional. It is a functionable way to make money. Like Sabrina Carpenter, right? Typical bop single last year with Espresso and oh man, my whole throat is like killing me. I don't even know why. I'm like coughing this bad today. But either way, right? It is like a kind of insane to believe that like 3D model girls are blowing up as they are, and I get it. I get why this is happening, because like in Japan, the niche culture, basically the desperately lonely, like there is a loneliness epidemic amongst men around the world, not just in Japan. So, like to me, the people who are trying to take advantage of this culture, this idol culture with VTubing and stuff, they have these success stories, right? They get these big talents, but they don't know how to monetize it. Like, obviously, those individual creators, like the Iron Mouses and man, I'm really like coughing a lot. This is like crazy. Like it, like, and like, yeah, just everybody that's a part of Shoujo, they themselves probably bring in enough revenue to support their endeavors, but the agency obviously either they didn't have like a way to cut in their expenses or take a part of their expenses or control their monetary value. Like Shy Lily recently said that she was trying to be recruited by VShojo, but she didn't want her gamer, like, because she's part owner of Gamer Subs, which is crazy to me, that she wanted to keep that revenue line separate from VShojo, and then VShojo was like, oh, okay, but later on we want to renegotiate so that Gamer Subs is like part of the VShojo Corporation, LLC, whatever, however they operate, right? And like that to me was like, oh yeah, they don't know how to make money. Like obviously merchandise and stuff, but they probably owe so much money to these talents, but they were burning through so much of their revenue to help in whatever endeavors, their staff, their agents, the amount of like connections, press. It was like they're burning money more than they were making money. And because they weren't directly taking money from the creators, because obviously they, in order to get these big talents to even go corpo, they were like, oh yeah, we won't take a single dime from your own revenue stream, like your Twitch subs or your ad revenues or whatever, but we want to take your IP and we want to make a brand out of it, and then we want to capitalize on that brand by selling our own merchandise and selling your brand to partners so that when they make a profit, we make a percentage of the profit, but like not directly taking. That's the problem. I think that's the biggest problem that they probably had. And like it even happens with like Hololive and Ishanji and like Cover. They're probably like, oh, well, we don't take a direct cut from these people because that's the line they don't want to cross. Whereas like in the music industry, they own your fucking masters. They own you. Like you have to deliver. They give you all the money up front to make your albums, run your shows, but they want a return. And if you don't return, then they'll put you to work if you're a success story. If you're not a success story, then they'll find a way to get that money back one way or another. Either by reselling your identity, your music license for dirt cheap. Which is why it's like weird. I was thinking about this the other a couple days ago, and I know this is a bit of a tangent, but like Radiohead, I've heard Radiohead's songs play a bunch of season finales of a lot of TV shows. And I'm like, that's something that Radiohead, like, is okay with? Like, is that, like, something that they've openly, like, made a deal with? Be like, or maybe the creators of that television show has, like, have they come out and were like, oh yeah, we want to, like, support you and your endeavors. We really, we really like your music. We're big fans. But yeah. It's weird. It's weird to me. It really is weird to me that I don't understand why they aren't doing more to try to make more money. But I guess, like, that's the whole thing, right? Is like they are trying to make more money, but they want to be cool with their talent. But like that's not gonna make you money, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass. Who knows? Bum, 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 bum. All right. Where am I? Lost track of time. I was reading a bunch of other shit. All the ones. Oh, yeah, I wanted to show you guys. Talking about VTuber. So, there... oh, man. Ugh. By the way, I'm not a smoker at all. Ugh. This respiratory illness, like, really fucked me up. So, there is a restaurant chain called Kura Revolving Sushi Bar. They're basically the McDonald's of Japan. They have all these rotating sushis that, like, move around and stuff, and it's very cheap. It's very simple. It's very deceiving. Well, not oh man. Oh, I gotta get some water. I don't know why that was like happening. Maybe I'm cursed. I have a feeling I'm just cursed. But anyways, so they're very it's deceivingly, or in Japan it's cheap, but here in America it's deceivingly expensive. Because you look at it and it's like, oh, $3 for a piece of sashimi or nigiri or a roll or whatever, right? But it adds up. And so they had this promotion going on where if you order a certain amount of sushi, they have a collaboration with Hololive. And that's what I got. I got this item from their collaboration. Is it two? Oh no, it's just one big. It is a... And mind you, I don't know I know some VTubers from Hololive. I don't know who the fuck these people are. I just was like, oh, I might as well have sushi, and I will, you know, if I order a certain amount. So I got my buddy, Dargan, Lazy Dargan, from the channel, to go with me to lunch, and yeah, we just hung out, had some decent rolls. They're not like, you know, apparently it's Hololive English. So I wonder what English... Hold on, maybe I asked Derek. Hold on, let me get Derek. Oh, he's already went to bed. Damn it! I was like, maybe I gotta ask Derek. Or actually, hold on. Maybe I get King Mickey? Nah. Anyways, but these are like part of the Hololive English collab. And so this was like... I was like, oh yeah. And apparently, earlier, like this year, they sent me like this voucher. And if I ate at a certain time, that they're like, oh, if you eat between this time and this time, we'll give you like a cool piece of merch. And I was like, cool, I'll do that. And then I recently got like a notification saying that we're sending you this hat. And I'm like, okay, cool. It's a hat. But I love eating there. I love eating because, like I said, it's like where I live at, it's not the best cutting. It's like I don't live near, like it's kind of like a big city, but it's not like a major city. So we have some okay sushi where I live, right? But it's like a tad expensive for basically your run-of-the-mill strip mall, or like it isn't gonna blow anybody away. The type of sushi we have, like it's not like if you go to like LA or New York or anywhere that's like a big populace that has like a huge Asian culture. Although we have a huge Filipino, like I'll put our pho against anybody else's pho, and our pho is like the best. I had pho in where did I have? I had pho in Vegas, and it was like apparently this really good restaurant, and I was like, ugh, our pho is so much better because we have a huge Filipino population just north of us. It's like one of like the original like Filipino settlements and camps that were helping with the migrant workers in with the Mexican migrant workers. They helped fund and advocate for the UFW. So it's a huge Filipino community full of activists and stuff. But anyways, but yeah, our sushi not so great. Like it's kind of crazy because sometimes if you go to a Chinese restaurant, it's just a bunch of Mexicans cooking the Chinese food. But if you go to a Mexican restaurant, sometimes you see a bunch of either Filipinos or it's either like Filipinos or other Southeast Asians cooking it. It's weird. It's like, why are the Mexicans cooking the Asian food, and why are the Asian people cooking the Mexican food? It's just, it bothers me sometimes. I'm like, why? What's going on? Like, it bothers me a little bit. Or like that one good taco place you go to, and there's like two white dudes cooking in the back, and you're like, okay, what the hell's going on? How does that guy know how to make chili rellenos really good? And I said that pretty white. God damn it. Sorry, my hair's in the way. Ow. Chili rellenos. That's what I call it. But anyways, like, it's just like, whatever. I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just trying to be like, what the hell? But yeah, so I go to this Kura place because it's like this, a little bit the same quality of type sushi, smaller portions, but it's like, it's neat. It's like, it's cute. And that's why I go to it, because it's cute and it's accessible, and it's like, oh, I just get what I want to eat, and then bam. Now they don't do like a what's it called? They don't do like a box lunch. Or at least I don't know that they do a box lunch. I think I've seen advertisements they do, but like other places in town, they'll do like a sushi box lunch where you get like what's it called? The deep fried tonkatsu, but it's not pork, it's chicken. And I'm like, why can't you guys do tonkatsu pork? And then they'll do like their Asian salad and like sampler rolls and gyoza and stuff like that. And it's like, it's neat. It's a nice box lunch. Whereas this Kura, right? It's all just revolving sushi. I don't know what like, I don't know why I'm just like ranting like this. It's kind of embarrassing. But regardless, I am gonna be playing more Xenogears tonight. I've been having a blast kind of revisiting this game It's starting to pick up emotionally for me. I'm like, oh, remember this? I remember this. Like, it's just like, oh yeah, I remember, guys, I remember. So yeah, okay, enough of that. Let's just get to it. I'm ready to play some video games. I remember berries. So yeah, and it came in this like cool kind of container, which I think is pretty neat. But I don't know who the Hololive. Let me see. Oh, he's went to bed too. God damn it. It's late, but it's like everybody is like not awake like I am. They're not night owl. Squaresoft, baby. They remember. Remember when Squaresoft was good, guys? Freaking now Enix trying to take possession, trying to take ownership of games they didn't really make. Oh, is Faye actually level? Did I actually level with Faye? Holy moly. I thought I was never going to level for a hot minute. That's actually kind of crazy. Okay, so what do we have? We got... Yeah, he's 61. That's crazy. Oh, I need a heal. Oh, I gotta talk to... the cousin. Boo. Okay, not here. Okay, not here. Where is this? Oh, no, this is an engine room. Okay. Where is... Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Is it up here? No? Where's her room at? I gotta speak to her because the chew's in my way. Okay. Here? No, this is the nurse. This is great, by the way. Did you get hurt? Oh, you did it? Too bad. I mean, that's good. Bart. Perfect weight. Okay. Is it here? There she is. Hey, Margie. Get rid of that strange stuffed animal sitting in front of the bridge. It's in our way. It's not a strange stuffed animal. It has a name. Its name is... Choo Choo. I forgot you could just name it. Her name is Choo Choo. But that's weird. It was just here. Where did I put it a moment ago? Nice to meet you. I'm Choo Choo. I fell in love with you when I first saw you in Beldelvik. Where you go, I shall go too. Oh my, I just declared my love. What we thought was just a stuffed boy is actually a living animal. Weird. No wonder it felt strangely lukewarm. What? Good, Faye. Shut up! It's all right. I, as the captain, give you my permission. Yeah. Shoot yourself. Well, I don't want to interrupt you two, so I'll wait outside. Back-to-back weeks of staying in the airport overnight makes me look forward to not traveling anywhere far for the next couple weeks. Big reminder to everyone not flying. Do not fly with JetBlue. This is the second year in a row experiencing 12-hour delays and awful customer service. Yikes. Why fly United? The Shadow Realm? The Shadow Realm? Marjorie. Thank you for your help at the castle. I heard you really riled it up at the tournament. Bart was bragging how you're both buddies and all. Really? I'm so ashamed. I just want to be help to Bart, but I end up owing him again. Faye, have you seen Bart's back? He's got scars all over his back, and it looks so painful. Long ago, when the two of us got caught by Shahans, Bart protected me from getting beaten. That time, I decided to be his follower, to serve and protect him. But he is the one who's always protecting me. Oh, so sorry. Anyways, thanks a lot for saving me. Wow, a delicious looking spider. Munch munch. Presents are always... What? Eat their... What the fuck? My eyes dried out when I put your stuff out. Ow! Achoo! Okay. What does the Ether Veiler do? The problem is I don't know what is like, because I have these. I'm gonna look that up right now. I'm gonna see what a debug item. Debug item. Xenogears. Item Xenogears, what do? In Xenogears, the debug is a special item that, when used, grants the player access to every item in the game, including unused and debug items. It also provides access to every character's death blow and adds all characters to your party, including both versions of Cyan and Emeralda. However, this can cause the game to crash in the shop screen, so it's recommended to use Marjorie's option in the debug to reassemble a stable party. How does it work? All items provides every item in the game, including those not normally accessible. All death blows grants every character their death blow skill. Party expansion includes all characters in the global party, even multiple versions of the same character, which could cause the game to crash. How to get it used? Cheat code, access the item. You should find a debug item in your inventory. Use it carefully. Be careful of potential game crashes, especially shops. If the game crashes, visit Marjorie in the debug room and use her option. Debug room guide. Debug room code, useful hints. Debug codes. If this works, okay. Debug item code. Enter the code. Game Shark. Debug room. Translation nodes. I wonder if there's like I need visual stimulation. I'm a visual learner, not a debug room Xenogear. Not ROM room. Okay. How does cut characters in Xenogears? Can somebody show me a guide? Guide. Weird debug room. Okay. Missing early secret items, part 1. Okay. 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 I guess I'll just look this up later. I was like listening to the video, but it doesn't really help me. All right. Let us just get with it. Oh, what's the debug skill? Yeah, sorry, chat. Debug skill Xenogears. The cutting floor. God. Door 1, Liam Village. Door 2, access every room. Allows to access every room in the game. Liam Attack. Black Forest. Bay and Barsh Truce. View of Advent. Bart's Hideout, Cafe, Cruise Quarters. So how do I exit? Like, I'm here, right? Final Fantasy, following action, replay code, your version. How do I... Debug room question. To add Cyan 2 and Emily 2 that affect the stats original. I must regret to inform you I've never used the debug room ever. Thanks again. No, not debug skill item. Xenogears. Okay, what does it say? Debug skill gives your chosen character all their death blows and puts every character, including version of the same. It'll make the game crash at shops. Saves. Max stats. Level 1 with RSP badge and Liam. Save in the debug room. First, the mountains near Science. Phase max level. Finish the game. Finish game with save. Debug room. Introductions. Action replay cartridge. Some results. Game Shark. God, that I used to have that Game Shark. Holy moly. Okay, let's just continue. I'm like getting absorbed in the like wanting to break the game even more than I have. What is okay? Omni Ally. The Omni. I don't know what that is. Omi. OMIN Xenogears. Item. No, not Omni. Paw meat scales. Non-battle. Goes good with milk. Makes you lose weight. Got the mermaid tier. Work permit. Dawn Rock. sell for a gold or high price. Like option. See, I don't know what that is. All right, well, let's try using this. Omnigear. Yeah, what does this do? Omni M. Debug item only use items. Well, regular items, debug items also give you several totally unique items. Can be used in the menu. The rest are battle items. XP ball. Or only use. Weak versus water. Stop. Options. What does options do? Okay, I'm done. Really, this time? This time for real, I'm done. For real, I'm done. For real, I am done. No more looking. Time to play video games. Play the video game. Okay, so that means I can go back to the elevator now. And to the bridge. Bum, 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 ba-da-da-dum. Oh, there's a bridge. Young master, according to Marjorie, there's quite a troublemaker in Gilbert. So, who the heck is he? Paran Ramses of the Holy Solar Empire, Special Foreign Affairs Agency. In other words, he's the commander-in-chief of Gilber. Am I pronouncing that right, chat? Hold on. I had the translation thing help me out. Because these names are a little bit hard to pronunciate even after fucking so many years. Gebler. Seems that Gebler isn't just after the excavation sites around... Is it Avon? Ava? Around Ava. After all. You mean they're not after the Jasper? If that was their only goal, they wouldn't need to send an important man like him. Young master, this could become unexpectedly complicated. Doc hasn't come back yet, has he? You mean Doc? No need to worry about him. He'll join us soon. Okay. Let's keep a lookout for a lone tree in the desert. Signal. Shall we launch? Go ahead. Launch the signal. Is there... Road. Okay. Now I see why you came down to the surface. All right. I understand you, but Karan Ramses taking over the post of Ave is pretty annoying. The home country might have some special reason. Yeah, obviously. But perhaps there is still a chance of success. You and I used to be called elements at the commander's training school. Jujent are both here. Hope you're alright. Oh, by the way, he is still... According to Faye, there was a female aided on Kahar's side, and he said that she had indigo blue eyes and hair, so it must be her. So all that old Elements members are on the surface world now. I guess so. Hyuga, to be honest with you, she scares me. She supports Kahar and is kind of to everyone. I know that very well. But something I felt a strange fear in her. That bothers me more than Kahar being in this land. That cannot be true. Not in her. Yeah, I don't want to believe it either. But don't you remember how I could always sense these things quite accurately? Right. By the way, have you told the young one yet? No, not yet. I don't want him to worry until we know exactly what Solaris' objectives really are. But I have to tell him eventually, though. Anyway, Hyuga, have you gotten any information? Not really. I left there before going into the center section. Hey! You bark. Don't scare me. Sorry, Dari. Sounds like Sig and your doctor friend know each other pretty darn well. Sig, damn. I thought I knew everything about that guy. When did Doc get back? Bum, 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 bum. Boo-doo-doo, boo-doo-doo-doo-doo, boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I'll complete the remaining checks on board. I'll leave the rest up to you, Mason. As you wish. I will accompany the honor of I have the honor of accompanying the others. Bartholomew healthy as ever, I hope. Yeah. How's the town? Since we got word several days ago that there might be an army advancing from the royal capital, the sex representatives have been in discussion. What have they come up with? For now, they just plan to improve the local defenses. Also, Shah Khan's people have been gathering here, probably because they've heard about what's going on. That's reassuring. Yes. However, the residents are starting to feel unease. People are starting to take refuge up north in the mountains. Can't blame them. By the way, how's Marguerite? Better than we thought. But I know she's in a lot of grief. Marguerite, I'm so glad you're safe. Thanks. All the townspeople are overjoyed by the Great Mother's return. Wow, it's been such a long time since I left here. Well, first of all, we should accompany Marjorie up to meet the sisters. Huh? What is it? What is it, old Mason? Goodness gracious me, to think that little Miss Marjorie was finally able to return here. It's so awfully moving. Hey, pull yourself together, old man. Forgive me. How terribly embarrassing, huh? I couldn't help it. I shall go back to give some instructions to the men left on the ship. Please, young master, go ahead and escort Miss Marjorie up to see the sisters. Excuse me now. See. So you're going to make your moves, huh, Bartholomew? But somehow I don't think that man just got to stand and let the... What man? That man. You mean... Shakan. Yes, it's all right to try and avenge your father, but I don't think things will be that easy, though. I don't want to hurt anyone. I want to know I'm always thinking about that. Do your best. See if there's anything here that I probably need. Oh, where am I? I'm in... No, not Bart's Lair. Past that. Event. I already got the rock, paper, scissors badge. Wise men, camera room, man. I got the veil, and that's that. Okay. Now we can get started. Okay. Extra arm +2, magnetic cloak, Russo S, and okay. The Rocky. Hello, Grandma. Hey, aren't you the young master? Hey, you. Huh? Huh? It's Bartholomew. Are you doing well? Good enough. Don't try to overdo it. Hey, are those your friends back there? Yeah, Faye and Zatan. Friends of the young master are friends of ours. Take your time and look around. Thanks. Young master. For supplies. I can also get gear parts for you made. Just tell me. Whoa, good preparation. Oh, hello. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Okay. $15. Well, okay, that's Brig. 9, okay. Buy parts. Looking for items. Actually, let's see if there's any new accessories. Powering Holy Pendant. Ether Doubler. Doubles the amount of a Sheikah Holy Pendant. Thank you very much. Oh, shit. Nothing. Come again. File. Okay. Come on. Actually, where's this take me? All the way around the lake. Extends all around the cathedrals. All around yours. All around your mind. Okay. Huh? How's Belovik? It's under martial law, so we've gotten progressively harder to contact our agents in the city. According to info we finally got just a while ago, there's no major activity. We think they found some reason to attack and now are getting ready now. There's the possibility exists. However, I've heard that Shakan's power base in the capital is eroding away. He's probably weaker than we thought. Anyways, it's happening, and we're committed now. I feel the same way. Now that I think about it, 12 years ago, ever since the coup d'etat by Shakan, there's been a lot of tension in our country. With Marjorie back now, I agree that the former dynasty should be returned to power. Everyone feels the same, but we must look at the reality. Do we have the strength to do that now? Now I hear Bartholomew, the one who brought back Marguerite, has started moving around out in the open. I'm certain Shakan is preparing a large army. Shakan may be coming here soon. What's going to happen to us if he captures this area? Will everyone be killed? I seriously doubt that. Even he wouldn't want to risk provoking any kind of outrage with the citizens. Especially in this situation, we will definitely want to avoid putting himself in a compromising situation. We should set up a hiding place just in case. Maybe there? Please don't either of you talk about this in front of Marjorie. She only just got back from her long time in captivity. I don't want her to have to worry. I want her to be happy for a little longer. You should not be overly worried. You should not be overly worried yourself. You have just got to think about what is best for the future of this land. What is done is done. You only did what you believed was right. Put the past behind you. Huh. I'm alright. Okay. Studio. Studio for what? Painting? Sorry, but please don't talk to me now. Yesterday morning, view of the lake. I remember the sensation of the light. Actually, is it Nissan? Time to go to the old Google. What does Google say this place is called? Nissan. And then Ava and Nissan. God, water's good. Water's so good. Nissan is a pretty popular place among artists. Part of the reason is this scenery, but mostly because of the portrait of the Great Mother that is said to be in the cathedral. Unfortunately, the public is not permitted to go to see it. Where does this go to? Excuse me. What's this? I'm from the Royal Army Station down south. I may work for the current government, but my heart belongs to Nissan. I cannot desert it. I hear there's lots of people like me who are gathering here. The resistance here are kindly renting me this room. Now I'm waiting here until something starts happening. Okay. What's up, old man? Whatever happens, I'll never move from here. I believe there's like a spoiler where he does move at some point. Okay. Ads are about to start, so if you're watching on Twitch, I'm sorry. Ads are usually a thing that I can't fight against. They just happen randomly now, and it's kind of bullshit, but that's just the nature of Twitch now. That's just how they make their monies off me. So sorry if the ads are bombarding you right now. But I will try to keep this, just drag on vamping a little bit until we finally, get to the point where we don't need to stop and wait. But if you're watching on YouTube, I don't know how the ad situation is on YouTube, to be honest. Let me know in the comments if you watch live. If you watched live, I should say. Blue Submarine number 6. What the fuck? I don't remember that. I don't remember you. Let's see. Poor Ozzy. I'm just checking my social media to see if anything new has popped up. Regardless of what we think of Cinder, I don't think particularly good on her for that donation. Yeah, why did she? That's such a weird. Is she trying to win back like her? And that's just so weird for somebody to donate that amount of money and for it to like, are you trying to win goodwill back? It's like are you trying to forcibly win good back? Let's see. Oh yeah, Congratulations on VShojo for being the first VTuber agency that has no VTubers. That is quite an accomplishment there. The artist account just made 2 stolen art, completely inconsistent style. I'm generally convinced that Kimberly art is AI because of it. Let's see. Let's see. Whoa. That seems really... God damn it, Capcom. Do you guys vet properly? Come on, man. You guys gotta vet properly. Like, come on, dudes. You guys need to figure it the fuck out. I may be out of MP, but I'm not out of options. Okay, are the ads over? Yes, ads are over. Great. All right, let's continue. All right. These are the people who took care of me when I was small. Oh, Bart, I'm glad to see you well. The people at Hidden Ports contact us just before you came into town. I've already contacted the monastery. Please take Marjorie up there as soon as possible. She'll be so happy, not to mention the sisters. I must hurry and see the sisters. Marjorie! Marjorie! I'm back, everyone. Oh, Marjorie. We're so glad you're safe. Yes, it was all thanks to Bart and his men. We just received word. We were singing at hymns of praise and joy. We're so happy. Oh, what a relief. Welcome back, Marjorie. We have faith that you and your cousin Bart would one day return safely. We and your other friends have been waiting for you. Sister Agnes. Unfortunately, your mother and the blessed royal mother. I know, Sister Agnes. I heard about it at the royal capital. But at least I made it back. I'll never go anywhere or leave you from now on. I won't make you all worry anymore, ever again. Bless you, my dear. Sister Agnes, this just isn't like you at all. I'm back, safe and sound. Can't you rebuke me just a little for old time's sakes? I'm sorry, but I'm just so happy that I can't help but... Sister, there's no reason to be so solemnly quiet. Well, everyone, to celebrate the return of our dear sister Marjorie, and to express our joy to the heavens, let us finish singing our hymns. Thank you, and bless you all. Oh, yes, sister. May I go upstairs? It's been so long, so I want to have a look around up there, too. Oh, but of course, dear. Don't even think of holding back from anything. Except for one thing. Never stay away so long like that again. I knew you'd say that. Now that that's the Agnes I know. Marjorie, I'm so glad. It's been a while since the last time I was here. Something wrong, Marjorie? Nothing. It's just... I guess I got a little emotional. Anyhow, take it easy for a while. You put up with enough, okay? If you're trying to make me cry, you fail. Oh yes, I'll show Faye and Satan around the cathedral. Follow me. What a strong girl she is. It is obvious that she really wants to just break down and cry. Yeah, you're right. It's just the way she's always been. For all her talk, she understands her position well. Maybe there's a few things I could learn from her, too. Okay. Okay, where do we go? Oh. We go up the gallery on the second floor from here. How magnificent. If we ever got scolded for pranks as kids, Bart and I used to hide here. Hey, stop telling those old stories. It's embarrassing. But to me, Bart hasn't changed much since then. What? You mean that you think I'm still a kid? I like the view from here the best. Yes, this is breathtaking. Light from outside shining through the stained glass of the cathedral's front. What a brilliant piece of artistry this is. Did you notice that the two great angels only have one wing each? According to legend handed down in Nisan, God could have created humans perfectly, but then humans would not have helped each other. So, what is these great single wing angels symbolize? In order to fly, they are dependent on one another. Ah, so that is the reason for it. I see. On further inspection, the left angel looks somewhat masculine, while the right one looks somewhat feminine. Now that this is an unusual feature, now that is an unusual feature, is it not? Usually these depictions are not gender specific, but these angels are clearly distinguishable as having opposite genders. and the space between them is a path from where God advanced. Or could it be the path leading to God? Well, I don't know. Or could be either, or even both. Now, see, this all coincides with the teaching of Nissan. Why, Dr. Satanizuki, you are an amusing fellow. Oh, excuse me. It's a habit of mine. The doc knows a lot about a lot of things. Sometimes I can't even understand what he's talking about. Huh, forcing them to fly together. It would be less bothersome if they could fly on their own. Don't you think, Faye? Bart, you missed the deeper meaning and the beauty of it. Someday I wish I could be of help to someone like that. Oh, we haven't visited the room of Sophia yet, have we? You're really supposed to go through some procedures before you can see it? But this time, I think it will be alright if I make a special exception. Sophia? Yes, Sophia. She's revered as the founding mother of the Nissan Nation, and the founder of the Nissan religion who set forth its teachings. There's a special room upstairs that has a portrait of Mother Sophia in it. I would definitely like to view that. Faye, let us go have a look at it. Oh, look at those 5 frames. Why is Bart flickering in and out? I wonder if that's the disc corruption. It's further on in. Oh my. What an exquisite portrait. And the beautiful young lady portraying is quite beyond comparison, too. Once more, it looks rather familiar. What do you think, Faye? Yes, I was just thinking the same thing. The hair is different color, but the atmosphere or personality about her is exactly the same. What? Hair color? What do you mean? What do I mean? Look! It's the girl I met in the forest. It's Ellie. I mean, there's something about her that's just like Ellie. You don't think so? Yes, now that you mention it, she does resemble Ellie. But that's not what I was talking about. I meant that the brush technique and overall style used in this picture is similar to yours. Really? Hot mama. Does it? First of all, I'm nowhere near good an artist. No, it's very similar to your style. But somehow I can sense an atmosphere of sadness in this picture. She is smiling, but in a way gives the impression that she is anxious. Perhaps the picture is reflecting her inner self. Or perhaps it's just the inner feelings of the artist being conveyed. Ah, if you look closely, you will notice that the painting is not completely finished. The artist put his brush down when it was near completion. Why is that? I don't know, but my grandmother might have known about it. Oh, what if I ask Agnes? She may know something. All right, then. I'll be with Sister Agnes. Well, shall we head back to town for now? Yes, all right. But this painting has caught my curiosity. Do you mind if I speak to Sister Agnes before we head back to town? Yeah, okay. We'll stop by her room on the way out. Lucan, is something wrong, Faye? Is something wrong, Faye? You look like you were daydreaming. Huh? No, it's nothing. Oh, excuse me. Wait. Somewhere, it must be somewhere, the truth that we have not yet known. Oh, that scared me. You're very devoted. Well, sort of. Just that after sneaking into the capital, I started to think about a lot of things. I've come to realize the world isn't right the way it is now. Marjorie, alright, I wonder what kind of person Sophia was. It would have loved to meet her. I understand you were shown Sophia's portrait. The lady portrait in the picture of Nissan's great founding mother. Some say that it was painted at least 500 years ago. 500 years ago. Now that is quite amazing. Personally, I find it intriguing, but do you have any historical matters of that period? In our hands, there are no such records left intact. All records and materials concerning Sophia have been lost. The portrait is the only thing left. We too do not have much knowledge about her. That's too bad. So there really is nothing left at all. For someone who has helped Marjorie, I would love to have shared them. But unfortunately, I'm unable to help here. Oh well, it's nothing the matter. Please do not worry about it. I was just inquiring. But it does seem somewhat strange. If such a majestic a majestic building as this survived history, then it would likely a scroll or two would remain too. According to tradition, Sophia was present about 500 years ago. She sacrificed herself for the people that have been summoned to be with God. That's all I can tell you. I see. So everything was lost in the darkness of history. Okay, now what? according to legend. Oh, yeah. Okay. Warn and renew. This is one of our daily tasks. Okay. Whew. Starting to get tired. It's not even 1 o'clock yet. Okay. Preparations should be starting near the border of the Sex country for a charge by the Royal Army, Capital's army. But a miscalculation move direct on the enemy is certainly to backfire on us. So we'll be taking covert actions for a while. I'm on the way there now, but I'd offer a prayer before I go. I wanted to see with my own eyes what become of this country. I had no idea why the Great Mother is younger than I am. I'm new here, so I don't know much. I don't know exactly what's going on, but let's just avoid any trouble now, okay? My heart does go out seeing good, innocent children play. Okay, he'll never move from here. Okay. May all things in heaven. Okay. Ah. Young master. The people of Nissan were most generous to allow us to rent this house, so there will be no need to seek lodging at the inn for a while. Also, Master Sigurd wishes a word with you regarding your next move, if he may. Alright, so where's Sig? The good Master Sig is waiting for you inside. Alright, thanks, Mason. Whenever I come here, it always calms my heart. Oh, right. Okay. Anyways, young master, I want to work out what our plans from here are. All right. But before we do that, there's something I want to ask you. Me? Yeah. Dig. What's with you and that, Gilbert officer? What's the connection between you and him? You know, you sure know a lot about Gilbert for some reason. All right, I'll tell you. Me and Satan here, We used to live in Solaris. Solaris? You mean where Gilbert. Ah, so stupid. It just had the name translated for me. I'm so dumb. It's like Gibbler. You mean where Gibbler's from? That's right. Solaris. Call foreigners lambs. They are used as manual labor. Basically, it's slavery. Slavery? Is that where you met him? Yes. It was there. We worked for the Solaris government for a short while. But we learned to dislike their methods and escaped the first chance we had. You were friends with these people? I mean, you were when I was a kid, and we've been together ever since then. So this would have been to so this would have so this would had to have happened before then. I probably wouldn't even have understood this if I hadn't heard it earlier, but why didn't you think I could deal with it now? Surely you could have had told me about surely you could have told me about this, especially when you had something to do with the people who were backing that Chacon idiot. I wish you told me sooner. There's nothing I can do about that now. But there is one thing I want you to believe. I left Solaris on my own will for my own reason. Now they've appeared before us. We can't just sit back and do nothing. If need be, I will give my life to stop them. All right. I understand, but you can elaborate a little more. What is Solaris? What bugs me is this surface dweller thing. Is as if Solaris is another location, like in the clouds or something. Yes, well, Ether Rank, the capital of Solaris Empire, is located in the skies above. Solaris is separate from the land by dimensional distortion fields known as gates. Passing between two requires special means of transportation, such as an airship. To get to Aven, we stowed away on a regular flight to the surface. I came much later than Sigurd did, but I also escaped in the same way. What are lambs? That is the word Solarians use to indicate those who live on the surface. As I said before, such surface dwellers or earth dwellers are used for manual labor there. Manual labor could be anything from soldier to administrative job. Solaris gathers its workforce from the land dwellers. Jobs are divided up by whom is most suitable. Sometimes people are brainwashed. Brainwashed? When you, young master, were still an infant, I was used as a test subject. There was probably something they valued inside of me. You too, Doc? No. I was born in the lower levels, lower city level. It's not a complete secret, but I guess I am Solarian. You see, you still need people to run a country. No matter how scientifically advanced you are, you have no support without people. Here, Solarians are rare. They would not even make up a quarter of N's total population. So, they support their country by stealing surface dwellers. Who is that man? His name is Karin Ramses. As you know, he's the Gilbert commander. Ramses. We call him Kahar. In Solaris, there is an officer training school called Jujin. He became commander after leaving there. He is a lower level citizen, the same as me. However, with his amazing abilities, after graduation, he rose through the ranks with unparalleled speed. That man has one ideal: to achieve the consolidation of all his colleagues. Even land dwellers, if they had talent, were brought into the army. So, you two were picked by Ramses. No, we were not picked by him. We aligned ourselves with him. At that time, we agreed with him. At the time, Ramses was our hope. He had high ideals and wanted to change the system of Solaris. To us test subjects and lower level citizens, he was truly all that we'd wished for. A benefactor. Yes, even I, a test subject, was changed by his ideals. Why'd you leave? So, why was it that you wanted to flee from Solaris? We were placed in key military position by Ramses. And thanks to that, we came to know the realization between Solaris and the surface dwellers. The lambs, right? They weren't just using us lambs for slave labor. They also selected some of us, like me, to be used subjects in experiments to refine their drugs. Drugs that could change people's personalities to make them more aggressive and to draw out their latent abilities. They were using us as human guinea pigs to test their psychological alteration drugs. Human guinea pigs? Experimenting on humans? Yes, for example, drive. That drug and all others like that are used now, are by product of human experimentation. However, the role of such experimental subjects was not limited to just that. This drive drug is something that anyone in the Solaris Army can use. At least anyone in the Gilbert forces who is sent to the surface. You're worried about her, huh? I saw some in her room. No. Anyways, using slaves as guinea pigs. How low are these guys? Damn. I feel like you and Derek replay the same games year after year. Really, dude, I haven't played this game in like 12 years. I've really not played this game in like 12 years, maybe longer. I think honest to God, the last time I played this game was junior high school. Like every once in a while I would try to play it, but then I would stop because like something else would come along. But right now, like I feel like I'm in not like a drought of games, but I'm just not feeling like newer games are just like this Donkey Kong. I like either newer games feel overwhelming or they just don't hit right. And like I've never been a fan of Donkey Kong. I bought the game, it's sitting there, but I'm just not inspired. I want to feel inspired by games, and I'm playing this game because I want to be like, eventually I want to get to Xenosaga, because I have never, me personally, I have never. Okay, where's like ban? I'm gonna time you out. I never beat Xenosaga. Personally, the Xenosaga series. I just watched Derek all those years beat it. So I have never actually beaten it by myself. But what I might do is to spare, like, I totally get that Xenosaga playthrough would be hell of a lot longer than the Xenogear playthrough I'm playing now. But if I play Xenoblade, that is uncharted territory. And everybody and their mother is like, if you are a fan of Xenogears or Xenosaga, then you'll love the Xenoblade series. So I feel like that is what I'm ultimately trying to kind of set myself up for, is like, I want to feel inspired to play those games. I want to play the Xenoblade series because everybody and their mother who has played them are like, it's like the most fantastic Xenoblade or RPG series ever. And I'm like, well, I highly doubt that. Like, Persona 5 was like a banger. Like a true banger. And I love that to death. And so it's like, okay, what do I do with that? Like, do I believe these people that stand by it? They're like, if you are a Xeno head, then the Xenoblade series is like your jam. So what I might do is I might skip the Xenosaga series, move on to Xenoblade, because I have the Switch 2 now, and that will basically kind of create or make everything run better. Although people have said it doesn't improve the frame rate at all, but it just runs better rather than on the Switch, the regular Switch. So yeah, that's where I'm leaning towards. But like newer games, like I really like, one of the games I really wanted to play that I kind of fell out, but I might start replaying it in October, is Alan Wake 2. I really wanted to play Alan Wake 2. Like full bore. I think Alan Wake 2 deserves my my attention, because that game is just awesome. But like, it's just, to me, it's like I just don't like, what games have come out like that I'm just like, eh. Like I kind of like, I've been playing a ton of Magic the Gathering Arena off stream. Same thing with Marvel Rivals. I've been playing that off stream because I don't think that's a great stream game, because I'm not playing ranked and I'm not a competitive player. I just like the skins and the gameplay of it because it reminds me of Overwatch. Not Game Facts. I'm gonna go to Game Informer. Like, I just don't feel like there's like newer games, like until like Ghost of Tsushima comes out. Like that game I'm really excited to play. That's a game I'm totally excited to play. But like this year, let's go over the list. Let's go over the list of games that came out this year. One sec. Need to throw this over here. All right. So what we got in January this year? Let's see what came out that was like, oh my god, I have to play. Donkey Kong Returns HD, maybe, but that's just a old game. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, played that. Drive, Black re-release. Orcs Must Die Death Trap. I know you're a big fan of the Orcs Must Die, but I've heard that they've gone pretty downhill. Spider-Man 2 PC release. So basically all of January. See, the problem is that this year, everybody was afraid of Grand Theft Auto. So no games were supposed to come out this year. But then they were like, oh, we're delaying it. And now everybody's like, oh yeah, get your games out before 2026 because 2026, that's when Grand Theft Auto is going to come out. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection, that was a great surprise, but that's just a re-release. Oh no, that was released last year. This is the Xbox version. Okay, Rift and Necrodancer, that was fun. Let's see. Remaster, Avowed. I don't like fantasy. I want Obsidian to make my Fallout games. I like future games. I don't like fantasy games. And before you say anything about Xenogears has robots in it and it has futuristic stuff, and it's a weird thing. Let's see. Monster Hunter Wilds. I had a great time with that, but I want to play with friends. Solo Monster Hunter is not a good time. It kind of feels very empty when you're just playing by yourself. Robots and anime, okay? All right? Robots and anime. All right? It's robots and anime. Let's see. Suikoden 1 and 2 remake. Dude, we're already in March. And nothing about this list has even inspired me. Assassin's Creed Shadow. Don't want to really play it. Especially because it's like they split up the last Assassin's Creed I had fun in was Syndicate because they split the narrative between Evie and Jacob, but both Evie and Jacob felt powerful. So it didn't feel like you were losing one thing by switching to another. But in Assassin's Creed Shadow, you have to choose. You have to either be the strong, brute fighter, or you have to be the sneaky guy. A sneaky girl, I should say, the ninja girl. And I don't want to pick. I want to have both. It's like Hitman, right? Hitman gives you the option to either be like a mass serial killer or do the perfect silent takedown kills and use the environment to, like, give me options. Don't split the game where I'm forced to use either A or B. Xenoblade X, that's the X Definitive Edition, which I have on Wii U. I can't believe I bought that, so that's kind of lame that I bought something that they re-released. First Berserker Kazan, that is something I was interested in, but it's a soul-like, and I'm not a big fan of souls-like. It's not that I'm not a fan. It's just that's like anything that's a souls-like is just not on my like I must play radar. Even though it does have Ben Starr voicing. All right, now we're in April. Let's see. April, Last of Us Part Remaster. God damn it. Just fucking remaster of a remaster of a remaster. And this is like a lot of people were just like, oh my God. Like they were just re-releasing games and like delaying their games because, like I said, this year it's so hard. Like it looks fun, but if it's hard for you, then that's crazy. I would like to watch. I liked watching people play Kazan. I would love to watch you play Kazan. Um, because that's your jam. That's your modus operandi of video gaming. Let's see. We're still in January. The Shadow Drop of Oblivion remastered. Once again, I didn't like Elder Scrolls. I only like Elder Scrolls 3, and 5 was all right, but it just got repetitive. Days Gone Remastered, Horizon 5, World of Goo. Like, these are all just games that are like. So I do want to play Expedition 33, but it's not screaming at me. A French JRPG is just not. It's not leaping out for me. I'm not like, oh my, I play. Even though everybody, the same thing with people who love JRPGs, like Expedition 33 is like one of the best JRPGs of all time, and the parry system's great. And I'm like, let me play other JRPGs. I have a list of other JRPGs I want to play first. Let's see. But I will get to that game at some point. I will, because like I said, I can't, like, especially by the end of this year, because Game Awards in December, it's definitely going to be for Game of the Year. So I definitely have to play it to get my opinion on it. Fatal Fury, played that. Great. That was like a good game that I was waiting for this year to come out. Fighting game. Cool. Okay, now we're in May. Look, what was in May? That was like, oh, there is a game. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Control find. Blue, print. Wait, blue? What's it called? Blueprint. That is a game I should have played. This is an indie darling that everybody I've talked to is like, you need to play Blueprints. But I've also seen, I kind of saw the speedrun of it too, and it's a puzzle game. And something that I recently saw today, or yesterday, I saw a video. I can't believe this has become a term, but now there are puzzle games that are Metroidbranias. That's the term, is that you're playing either a roguelike or a Metroid-like game, but it's puzzle-based. Rather than action-based, like Castlevania or Metroid. It's like you have to traverse the game, but it's a big puzzle. So, like, I just am like, okay, do I really want to play a Metroidbrania? No. I like my action Metroid games, my extra Metroidvania games. Let's see, May. Midnight Walk. I think that was something I really wanted to play. Doom Dark Ages. Pass. Sea of Stars. I want to play Sea of Stars, but I'm going to have to revisit that at some point. See, I've like 3 games. 3 fucking games. Oh, look. Onimusha 2, Samurai Destiny Remastered. Yeah, exactly. Sounds tough. Yeah, Metroidbrania. That is the new term that people are using. Is that it is a game that is a Metroid-like, but rather than the action and the world map, it's the world map, but rather than solving things like fighting bosses with your skill, you have to fight bosses and solve the map by using your brain. It's a puzzle game. Let's see. Elden Ring, Night Rain. Cash grab. Total cash grab. Deltarune's chapter 1 through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want the complete game. I want Deltarune. Much like Undertale, I want the whole complete game. I don't want to play episodic. I want to play the whole fucking game. So I will wait until Deltarune is complete before I play fucking Deltarune. And it's pissing me off because I hate that it's being released episodically. All right, so we're in June. Fortnite. Oh yeah, so I was excited for the Switch 2 to come out, right? Played Mario Kart World. Mario Kart World, not that fun, unfortunately. Not the best version of Mario Kart they could have. Like, it looks pretty. It plays decent. It's just there's all these new things. They've complicated Mario Kart. And on top of that, they got rid of the Miis. They got rid of the guest characters. They added all these dumb animals. It's like, why didn't you add, like, the Koopalings or other, like, Metroid, or not Metroid, other Nintendo, Super Mario Nintendo characters, but instead you add the fucking dolphin, or you add the stupid gopher. No, I don't even think they added the gopher. They added like obscure fucking characters. It's like, and then there's no like drop in Grand Prix. It's like all Metro. It's all like they tried creating this like hybrid, like what's it called? The um Horizon, a Forza Horizon sort of model where it's like you just drop in and play, and then it's like there's a world map and there's all this shit that you could collect in the world map, but then you could do Grand Prix, but the Grand Prix there's no like there's a set star course, but then like the course can change, and then there's random, and then online. It's a mess. It's a total mess, and they screwed up the formula, right? And so that's why I was like, oh well, I guess I'm not really enjoying Mario Kart World. I guess I will wait for Donkey Kong Bonanza, right? And then here we are. We're at the like, you know, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom re-release at 60 FPS 4K, and I'm upset because I had to play that game. I had to downscale it to 1080p at 60 FPS using my very expensive, like, in order to get 60 FPS in that game so my audience can watch it. But then it's like, oh god, why did, like, fucking Nintendo. Okay, so we're just angry. Final Fantasy 16 coming out on Xbox. Already played it. Space Marines Mastercraft Edition, played it way back in the day. Probably one of the first streams I ever did way back in the day was play the original Space Marines 40K. Date everything. That sounds cool, but not my cup of tea. Where are we at? Look, we're still looking at games that are not, like, none of this is fucking inspiring. None of this. And that's what I'm trying to say. Death Stranding 2, I gotta play Death Stranding 1. I'm still amazed that I have not been spoiled by Death Stranding yet. The original Death Stranding. I still have no idea what's going on. I have pieces of, like, what the extinction stuff, but I don't know anything. I've somehow have kept the Death Stranding, like, metaverse from being spoiled and corrupting me. Somehow. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3-4. That's cool. Have it on that. Let's see. Now we're in July. We are in the month now that we're currently in. And look, I played Mecha Break. Its final release. It's all right. But accidentally got spoiled with some speculation. Okay. Destiny 2 Edge of Fate. This is the first time I have not playing a Destiny expansion because I felt complete. I felt that the last Destiny, and it was, technically speaking, the last Destiny that came out is the final Destiny. It is the end of the Traveler saga. You finally get, like, closure. You understand where the light comes from. You understand why the Traveler had come to Earth after all these centuries of traveling the universe, escaping, the foe that was chasing him. That the Traveler was trying to uplift all these civilizations because it was afraid of the darkness that was coming, and so in its mistakes of uplifting certain species, those certain species got left behind. They're abandoned. But then the Traveler kind of forgave them and is like, hey, look, I fucked up. I'm not perfect. Even though I am the light, I kind of fucked up. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And so you kind of fix the whole game is like been this, like, spruce goose of a machine, because the game Destiny 1 came out through what's it called? It was the first game that Bungie did under Activision, and then they got, Activision money, and so Activision became really big on it, and they got the help of the WoW team, and that's how they were able to create these great raids. But then Activision had to Activision. They were like, okay, we need to create more content and more drops and create more, what's it called? Create more microtransactions. They were the first game to really kind of double down on the microtransaction because they were the first looter shooter game to succeed with an online service. They are the first live service game. To all those who don't know, they were the first ones out the jump, and they've succeeded. And then Activision is like, whoa, you guys are way too expensive. We don't want to pay for this anymore. So Bungie bought themselves out of Activision and Activision Blizzard, and like, okay, now we're indie again, but now we don't have the big budget of like a AAA publisher bankrolling us. So they had to make smaller expansions that were more like digestible. And I would say that's like the dark ages of Destiny as a franchise. And then they realized that their game was so big that they needed a AAA publisher in order to like sustain itself. And so Sony, wanting to jump on the bandwagon of the games of service, like, roundup, bought them, and they literally admitted the only reason why Sony bought Bungie was so that they could steal their algorithm to make all their other franchises live service games, like a live service God of War game, a live service Uncharted game, a live service Last of Us game. That's the only reason why they bought Bungie. And Bungie internally tested all those franchises and came back with negative reports being like, hey, you can't turn these single player games into live services. We're sorry. And Sony's like, then why the fuck did we buy you? Okay, we're just going to downsize you now. And that's basically how they were able to kind of recoup all their losses and like build us this great send off of the Spruce Goose I was talking about. This amalgamation of this fat, ugly dip that this plot has been going one way to another, and like you didn't know if they could land this big, ugly, fat ship, but they did. They fucking did it. They landed it, and I fucking cried. And I was like, they did it. They made my time in that series worth it. But now they're completely gutted. The morale at Bungie is at an all-time low, and Edge of Fate just seems like, well, we have the budget of a AAA publisher, Sony, but Sony doesn't want to give us money anymore. So now they're like indie under a AAA publisher now. So it's like a weird, and they know it. They know it. Oh, what the hell? Oh, one of my batteries is low. God damn. Which one? Jorge. Oh yeah, duh. Sorry, I'm ranting. But let's see, like Shadow Labyrinth, that's coming out. That's the Pac-Man game. The King is Watching. I've heard okay stuff about that. Undermine 2, heard cool stuff about that. Killing Floor 3 is going to be terrible. Super Mario Party 3, that's going to be so fucking hype, but that's going to be $20 up. That game I'm actually down for. But once again, that's like, I got to play with the homies. That is the homies coming together to play that game. But then like Ninja Gaiden Rebound, that's like the only other good game that's coming out, but I got to play that after I get back from EVO. And then August, we start getting into the games I'm actually excited about. But once again, Delta Snake Eater, I'm not going to play that because I've already played Snake Eater. Mafia Old Country, I love Mafia series, but I don't know if I'm ready to go back to that series yet. What else? Sword of the Sea, pretty excited about that game. It's Chrono Trigger inspired. Kirby Forgotten Land update, kind of a good. I want to play that. Shinobi Art of Vengeance, really excited to play that. Let's see. September, we got Borderlands 4. No. Silent Hill F or Fee, really excited to play that. Final Fantasy Tactics Beast Chronicles. It's like you said, why do you keep on going back to the old games that you think are good? It's like, because the old games are the only thing that are good. Newer games suck. I'm sorry, but I feel like we are just a test bed. If you haven't devoted 3 or more years to your game, then you're just a beta. You're just a beta of the initial release, and then the game gets good eventually. And that sucks. I hate that. Even Nintendo's starting to do that. Like, especially like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Like, I have a better version of that game now on the Switch 2. But they couldn't wait for the Switch 2 to release. They had to release those games on the hardware that they had at the time. So, it just sucks. It just sucks. Mia the Hollower. Oh, really super excited for. That's the game. And then, at some point, Vampire's supposed to come out this year. So yeah, there's a ton of stuff I have to do. Like, there's tons of games I think I can still play. It's just that right now I don't feel really inspired to play anything new. I might play Donkey Konga sometime this week. But right now I've just been feeling this game. I've been really feeling this game. Like, that's all I think about is this game. Because I'm like, oh man, I love the mechs. I love the combat system. I love the characters. I like doing the voice acting. And it's been helping me kind of stimulate my own creative juices. And that's what I've been needing. I've been needing something to kind of refuel my creative juices. Go reserve the town's hall for us. We'll finish talking there. I'm going outside to get some air. See, I'm trying to do an Australian accent for him, but I think I'm failing. I should have been honest with him sooner. It's best not to worry about it. You did all you could at the time. The young one will understand. I'm sure the young master would never have dreamed such a tale. I guess you already knew. Well, now that you ask, yes, I did. However, when Sigurd was telling his story, I thought was the best to stay quiet. Please try to help the young master come to terms with all that he has just heard. And things like this, I was like, oh yeah, I'm reminded that they're like, there's these, I was like, oh, I forgot when, it's been so long since I played this game, I forgot that was a moment where it's like, oh, are they, when are they going to, when are they going to say that he's like part of the Solaris army? There he is. I was like, where the frick is he? I had no idea Sig had such a past. Are you still suspicious of Sigurd? Well, I mean, it was just so sudden. I kind of expected to hear something different. Like that we were childhood rivals or something. But that's nothing compared to the story he just told us, is it? So hearing his story has you confused because it was not so simple. There was a time when he was cooperating with one of Gilbert's generals. Furthermore, behind Gibler's was a country that you had never even heard of. Hey, what are you picking on me for? I'm not picking on you, or blaming anything on you. What I'm saying is this. If you think about how he feels, then you should see why he could not talk about this with you till now. Looking at the activities of Solaris towards other countries up until now, It has never gone beyond simply maintaining their own empire or self-preservation. And, as you've seen, their military power is immense, so Sigurd was probably thinking ahead. First, he had probably concentrated on taking care of the problems here on the continent of Ignis. Once things were settled here, he would give him a stronger foundation to deal with Solaris later. Which is a much better plan than rushing straight into war he knew he could not win. Quite logical, really. Sounds like you understand one another pretty well. Well, it's not like we were newly acquainted, is it? And we had talked about a lot of things up until we decided to escape from Solaris. Speaking of that, why'd you leave? That Ramses guy was supposed to be a star of hope or something, he wasn't he? Yes, I certainly thought so at first. But then I realized his way of thinking really was not that much of a change from the previous system. Basically, the only difference was whether they stressed people's ranks and class or their skill. The words have changed, but it was still no different from the Solaris itself had been doing until then. He had no intention of bringing anyone a better way of life. In other words, he's just an elitist. I don't think I'd like him much either. So, Can, do you think I can beat Gibbler? Why are you planning to fight them? As long as they're working for Shakan, there's no way around it. The way things are going, I'm sure we'll have to fight them sooner or later. I suppose so, but even if we were to defeat the Gibbler forces here, there's still Solaris to deal with. If we were not careful, it could possibly that we may get involved in a longer war than with Shakan. Do you not agree that continuing the way we have been going is rather hard on everyone? I think it's time we tried to get help from greater numbers of people. So defeating Shakan not going to get rid of the likes of Gibbler. I know what you're trying to say. To vanquish Gibbler, first gain the throne, right? You could put it that way. What do you mean, you could put it that way? But then again, maybe it's time I did something about that. Okay. Guess we go back, right? What game would you like me to play, milady? If there was a game that you would want me to play, what game would you want me to play? There's only been like one game that's been kind of like off to the side of my radar that I was like thinking about playing. But I think it would be very boring and very not fun to watch, and then I would get frustrated, and then I would save scum over and over again until I got my perfect, I guess my perfect run, as it were. Oh, I guess I can't leave. And that is Crusader King 3. There's a World of Darkness Dark Ages mod that allows you to play like vampire clans. And I would just want to play either like Asimite or Salubri and try to destroy the Tremere clan before they rose to power. That's all I would do. Is like save scum, make a decision. Oh, that decision didn't work. Okay, I'm going to try doing this again. Because like the storyteller in me has to be Like, correct. Do I go here? Boop, boop, boop. Let's see. Let's see what my own eyes will become of this country. As a matter of fact, the next guy to me were born here. Years ago, we both got tired of the peaceful but boring life here, so we ran away from here. We've been enlisted in the army, but it's not that we have any particular happier memories or whatever here. It's just that after all, this land is our birth, so you know. Oh yeah. I think I gotta head to the town hall. Oh, come on. Damn camera angles. Here. I went to the tool shop to borrow the table. The owner says, if we need anything for the young master, just ask for it. I'm grateful. Well, I was a kid. I borrowed stuff from there and got in big trouble. Borrowed? What'd you take? A toy boat. I think that's what it was. I put fireworks in it and let it float down this cathedral lake. I always used to play Navy. I'm not sure, but I think I pretended the lake was the open sea. And I was the fleet commander. Anyways, forget those old stories. We should get started. First, Gebler is the big problem. Yes, Ramses is head towards achieving his own goals. That he is now the commander of the Gebler is proof of that. A normal man could not progress so quickly through that country's organization. And now that he's presently located here in Ignis, frankly, the situation is not very favorable. We need to somehow find a weak spot and attack it with our might. Best, let's just concentrate on Jakan. Once he's out of the way and Aven is safe again, we can think about how to deal with Gebler. With our present strength, we could be able to hold off the Royal Guard forces. The problem is to deal with Gebler in the meantime. They'll likely move at Shakan's request. They're not just gonna sit by and watch quietly. Maybe I have a look there, please. May I have a look there, please? In short, we want Gebler to leave for a while. At least until we're able to take back the royal capital. There are Gebler units currently in Evan, correct? The West Guard. The Royal Capital Defense Force. And units along the front line at the border with Kislet. There are three main groups. Each are made up of a mix of Gebler and Aven forces. Only 2 of these are very large. The Royal Capital's defense units and the Hessville bordering units. The Western Guard alone, Nissan's borders, are little more than a surveillance team. In order to recapture the Royal Capital, it will be necessary to draw these defenses units away from Belivik. We have some Kesvlev-made gears, correct? Yeah, we captured some earlier. What if we use those gears to make a raid on the Western Guards here at the border with Nissan? Oh, I see. We'll draw them out by making them look like Kesvlet is invading Haven. But the problem is, will attacking the border guards be enough to set the center in motion? To be sure, then Nissan will have to appear to align with Kesvlet. If they see that way, then they'll certainly make a move. You're saying that you intend to use Nissan as bait. Doc! Jakan is very sensitive to Nissan's and Kesvlet's actions. If Nissan starts moving, he will probably leave it up to the Gebler. But these words are so hard to pronounce. My brain is like scrambled. Of course, I do not wish to do that from the beginning. But looking at the situation, we have to be willing to go that far. First, we infiltrate into the capital. To take out Shakan, we'll have to meet up with our agents already in the city. We are forgetting one thing. The frontline units along Kesvel's border. The main strength of Advent's fleet is the battleship P. Frenzil. It's been in service since the region of the Last King. Because of its firepower, the whole unit is nicknamed the Invincible Fleet. I recall yesterday intelligence report says that the ship is near the border. Damn. That puts everything in jeopardy. Do not feel so down. I simply wanted to see the current distribution of forces in the area. Even in the worst case that they do come, it will not be such a great problem. What do you mean? I have some additional information about Adven's border fleet. The former Advent's Supreme Commander was transferred there. Not really transferred, more like demoted. His name is Vanderkund. Vanderkund. You don't mean Vanderkund that was in Duden? The very same. Young one, he has not been able to adapt to the change in tactics. Particularly following the introduction of gears. He is a man who will never stray from the dependence of large naval guns. You mean he's stubborn? He is all size, no real military power. An excellent target for pirates. Young master, this is not going to be an act of piracy. Just kidding. Actually, the number of gears assigned to the fleet seems to have been reduced. Even with that, how gallant of him to be so self-righteous. Is he that much of a musclehead? It'll be fun to taunt him. Young master, I know. Anyway, Satan, do you think he could strike our gear force? It's not a problem. Even with Vendor, Coons, we have enough forces left to pull off the feint. However, it would not be wise to underestimate our opponents. Well, now that we know what we're up against, here's what we'll do. Apart from our main unit heading for Beldavik, we must keep the fleet at the Kesville's border from returning to the capital. So, you're suggesting we have another unit? A few effective soldiers to hold the enemy at bay. A small force is best. A small force. What if Faye leads a group of gears there? But me? Hold on now. There's no reason to involve you all in this. I'll do it. Yes, let me do it. When do we leave? Are you sure? We've come this far. Hey, we're friends to the end now. Speed is everything. We should do this as soon as possible. All right, tomorrow. I am truly grateful, Faye. Satan. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. There's no way we could lose. No one will die in vain. Well put, young master. Oh, sleepy sleep. The day of. Good morning. What's with the long faces? Not feeling well? Or are you feeling sad about saying goodbye? Or maybe you're just nervous. Shut up, stupid. Don't bug me. Well, it's almost time. Yeah. Is everyone ready to go? I'll be waiting here, so let me know when you're through preparing. Okay, I need to find a save because I think I'm going to call it for now. This is pretty late and it's getting hot in my room. Never a good sign. There's a new wind blowing today. Wow, very cryptic of you, my guy. Is it here? Yes. Here it is. Actually, what are you? I came here in hopes of finding some souvenirs. Chance it might be a military crash out in a defensive place. The change. It happens I'll go home, propose to my girl, start a new job. Okay. Alright. Save it. Saving. Boing. All right. So let us... I know it's a bit of a short stream tonight. Oh. Oh, not turn off controller. Quit game. don't want to quit the game. All right. Alrighty, y'all. Let me just close this out. Let's go back to just chatting. And thank you all for hanging out with me this evening. Yeah. 3 hours. About 3 hours we did tonight. So that's kind of my usual jam. Thank you all for tuning on in, and hopefully we will be back tomorrow with some more jams, as it were. Actually, we're gonna rate up Baru, because Baru is streaming some Final Fantasy 16, and I love that game, so you should like it too, because we've already watched it. Yeah. If you're watching later on YouTube, thank you so much for taking the time and checking out the VOD. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Comment on your favorite gear so far. You can even spoil for some future gears, because I think we're about to expand the roster a bit, if I'm not mistaken. But I think we're going to get Ellie and Rico soon. Yeah, I think those are the next 2 people we get. So, thank you guys so much. It's been a blast. I will check you guys out in the next one. So until next time, be good to one another. And forever.